Greetings, dear friends. Welcome to Voice of a Woman. Before I begin this extraordinary true story, one that will challenge everything you think you know about wealth, family, and the masks we wear, I ask for a small favor. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It helps stories like this reach those who need them most. And drop a comment letting me know which state or city you're listening from. It would warm my heart to know how far my voice has traveled. Get comfortable. Happy listening. My name is Allara Sterling, and I'm 60 years old. What I'm about to share with you is not just a story of hidden wealth or family drama. It's the revelation of a carefully guarded life. A life I chose to live in deliberate simplicity, while building an empire in silence. Just 1 week ago, my son Marcus invited me to a high-end dinner with his in-laws Simone's parents, who were visiting from abroad. I decided to attend dressed as the poor, simple mother he had always believed me to be. But the moment I stepped through those gilded doors, everything changed. What unfolded that night devastated my daughter-in-law and her family in ways they never imagined, and trust me, they deserved every bit of it. Let me start by telling you who I really am, because Marcus, at 35 years old, never knew the full truth about his mother. To him, I was always just the quiet woman who left early for the office, returned tired in the evenings, cooked simple meals from whatever was in the fridge, and lived modestly in the same apartment for decades. He assumed I was an ordinary employee, perhaps a secretary or administrative assistant, someone unremarkable, scraping by on a modest salary, and I never corrected him. I never revealed that I earned $40,000 every single month, that I had been a senior executive at a multinational corporation for nearly 20 years, negotiating million-dollar contracts, leading teams across continents, and making decisions that shaped industries. Why keep it secret? Because money to me was never a trophy to display. I grew up in an era, and in a community, where dignity was carried quietly within, where boasting was seen as weakness and silence spoke volumes. True power, I learned early, doesn't announce itself with flashy cars or designer labels. It observes. It builds. It protects. So I guarded my truth fiercely. I lived in the same modest apartment in a middle-class neighborhood of Willowbrook, a quiet suburb outside the city. I kept the same worn leather handbag until it fell apart. I shopped at discount stores, cooked at home, saved meticulously, invested wisely, and became wealthy in the shadows, because real wealth doesn't need validation from others. My journey began at 23, pregnant and abandoned by Marcus's father. A fleeting relationship that left me alone in a rented room with nothing but determination. My family turned their backs, ashamed of the mistake. I worked until the day I gave birth, returned to my job 2 weeks later with a neighbor watching baby Marcus. I started as a low-paid secretary, but I refused to stay there. Nights after putting Marcus to bed, I studied English, accounting, finance, management, using free library resources and community courses. I climbed relentlessly. Secretary to assistant, assistant to coordinator, coordinator to manager, manager to director, and finally to regional executive overseeing operations in 5 countries. It took blood, sweat, and endless sacrifice. Missed bedtime, skipped vacations, lonely holidays, but I did it alone for us. Marcus grew up seeing a mother who worked hard, but never extravagantly. I wanted him to value effort over entitlement, to build his own path without a safety net of inherited wealth. I feared money would spoil him, make him lazy or arrogant. So I hid it all: the 6-figure bonuses, the stock options, the corporate perks I rarely used. My apartment remained simple. Comfortable but unpretentious furniture. No art on the walls, a small TV. I drove an old reliable sedan until it died. Then bought another modest one. I invested everything: real estate, stocks, retirement funds, accumulating a net worth that would shock most people. But I never flaunted it. True power observes, and I observed my son growing into a good man. Kind, hardworking, independent. Then came the call from Marcus that Tuesday afternoon. His voice was nervous, edged with something I couldn't place: embarrassment? Anxiety? "Mom, Simone's parents are visiting from Europe. It's their first time here. They want to meet you. Dinner Saturday at Le Chateau, the fancy French place downtown. Please come." Le Chateau was infamous. No prices on the menu, reservations months in advance, a single meal costing more than most people's weekly grocery budget. "Do they know anything about me?" I asked calmly. Silence. Then, I told them you work in an office, live alone, keep things simple. That you don't have much. There it was. Don't have much. My son, ashamed of his simple mother, worried I'd embarrass him before his wealthy in-laws. The word simple landed like a slap, reducing my life, my sacrifices, my achievements, to a polite apology. I took a deep breath. Okay, Marcus. I'll be there. Hanging up, I surveyed my living room. Cozy but plain, bookshelves filled with well-worn novels and business texts. No designer touches. At that moment, a plan formed. If Marcus saw me as poor and unremarkable, if his in-laws expected a simple woman to judge, I'd give them exactly that. I'd pretend to be broke, naive, struggling, a mother barely getting by. I wanted to test them to see how they'd treat someone they believed had nothing. My corporate instincts, honed from decades navigating boardrooms full of egos, told me Simone's family measured worth in dollars. I needed to confirm it. Saturday arrived. I chose my outfit carefully. A shapeless gray dress from a thrift store years ago, wrinkled from storage, scuffed flat shoes, no jewelry, not even earrings, hair in a messy bun, makeup minimal. I grabbed a faded canvas tote instead of a purse. In the mirror, I looked exactly as intended. A woman worn by life, forgettable, pitiable. Perfect. A taxi took me to Le Chateau, its facade glowing with warm lights, valets in crisp uniforms, patrons in couture gliding through revolving doors. I paid the driver, stepped out and paused, anticipation mixed with sorrow. I hoped to be wrong, hoped they'd be kind regardless of appearances. But deep down I knew better. Inside, crystal chandeliers sparkled, tables draped in white linen, soft classical music underscoring murmured conversations. Marcus spotted me first, his face paling as he took in my appearance. He wore a tailored navy suit, looking every bit the successful professional. Beside him stood Simone in an elegant cream silk dress, pearls gleaming, hair perfectly styled. She offered a tight smile, air-kissing my cheek. "Mother-in-law, so glad you could come." Her eyes betrayed discomfort. At the table sat her parents. Veronica in a shimmering emerald gown dripping with diamonds, Franklin in a bespoke gray suit, a Rolex flashing on his wrist. They rose partially, offering limp handshakes and forced smiles. "A pleasure," Veronica said, her gaze sweeping over me with barely concealed disdain. "Charmed," Franklin added, his tone patronizing. I sat at the table's end, isolated like an afterthought. No one pulled out my chair. The waiter presented heavy menus in French. I feigned confusion. Could someone help? I don't understand these words. Veronica sighed subtly, ordering for me something simple. "We don't want to overdo it." The phrase hung heavy. Simple. Again reducing me. Conversation began innocently. Their flight, the hotel, $1,000 per night, rented luxury car. Then Veronica steered toward wealth. We bought a few things, nothing major, just a few thousand. She watched for my reaction, expecting awe. "How nice," I murmured meekly. She pressed. "We've always been careful with money. Worked hard, invested well. Properties in 3 countries. Franklin's businesses. I oversee investments." "And you?" she asked, eyes sharp. "What do you do?" "Office work," I replied, looking down. "Paperwork, filing simple things." "Ah, administrative," she said, pity dripping. "Honest work. All jobs are dignified." Franklin nodded. The food arrived, artful plates with minuscule portions. Veronica noted prices casually. "This steak is $80, worth it for quality. One can't eat just anything." I nodded obediently. She continued probing. "Living alone difficult? Salary sufficient? Hobbies?" Each question a subtle dig, measuring my worth. Then the bombshell. "We've thought about helping you. A modest monthly allowance, say $700. In exchange, give Marcus and Simone space. No unnecessary burdens. A bribe to vanish." Marcus protested weakly. Simone stared at her plate. I let silence build, then spoke, voice no longer timid but steel. "That's generous, Veronica. But questions first." She blinked. $700 to disappear from my son's life? You've invested $55,000 in them, down payment, honeymoon. Did it by respect? Or obedience? Veronica flushed, misinterpreting intentions. No, I said coldly. You've humiliated me all night, my closed job life. Offered alms to eliminate the weak link. Revelation, my $40,000 per month salary. Executive role, millions accumulated. Shock rippled. Marcus dropped his fork. Mom, why never tell me? Wanted you to value effort, not entitlement. Counteroffer exposed their hypocrisy. Cards declined, their humiliation. My unlimited card paid. Truth, I pretended poor to see true colors and saw them. Boundaries set. Lessons learned. At 61, peace with authentic life. Was revelation worth it?